Hey there, YouTube. Really quick before we jump into the action here, I wanted to give a special shout out to everybody who watched my previous 3 videos. Thank you guys so much. It's really humbling to see, this many views, being that I just started making videos this past month. But those last 3 videos have done better so far than the previous 9. So either you guys really like those videos or you like watching high elf content. So I'm going to keep bringing you the high elf content. But really quick, another special shout out I wanted to give to, I'm sorry if I butcher your name, Seleukos. You've been really helpful to me because those videos, the audio situation was kind of funky, so I wanted to thank you very much for pointing that out to me. It's been really helpful for me to kind of get things sorted here on my end. Additionally, your comments about my playstyle have been really helpful as well, so thank you, and I'm learning and I'm hoping to implement those. Additionally, last shout out, again, sorry, kind of lengthy intro here, but to J.G, who helped me with a different audio issue, being my intros. If you guys go back and watch some of my earlier intros, they are crazy loud. So I was able to tone that down, and yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys so much. I'm hopeful to keep this hobby going, and who knows, maybe it'll turn into something more. But anyways, we're going to jump right into it here now. So I've yet again brought Peclis. My pretty standard format here with triple white lions, the noble, 2 units of archers, and a couple spearmen. I brought 2 eagle claw bolt throwers, and we're playing against the Tomb Kings here. So my opponent has brought a very strong Tomb King box here with Tomb Guard halberds in the center, a Casket of Souls, a Bone Giant, and a Lich Priest on a horse. So yeah, we're just going to start ripping shots into the halberd units here. They're going to be the biggest threats as far as I can see, because the White Lions should be able to take care of pretty much everything else, but the Tomb Guard halberds will be a grind. Additionally, I brought Silver Helms. I forgot to mention those. And of course, Peclis is on his Arcane Phoenix. We did not bring Fiery Convocation, but I think I might consider bringing it now going forward, since the Tomb Kings here have been bringing some heavier infantry in the last couple fights that I've had against them. But yeah, well, with only 50 armor, maybe that wouldn't actually be worth it. So yeah, we're just kind of taking the punishment here on the advance. We do have the Pyramid Company, which is giving physical resistance to my noble, and my noble is giving missile resistance back to them. I don't know if that counts for the artillery shots that we're taking. But we're breaking up these units of halberds pretty good here. And the Silver Helms do come out of the forest. I was kind of looking to see if I could see anything back here, but I started taking Spirit Leeches and stuff, and so I kind of started playing a little bit safer. Drop a big Flock of Doom here, or rather Net of Amatak, sorry, to hold my opponent in place so he couldn't reinforce the front line. Not a lot of great targets for spells here, so I'm just kind of hoping to use them a little more strategically like this. I am going to pull these spearmen to the side here to kind of protect the flank of my white lions as they're beating up the front line. And as I shatter this, or crumble rather, this unit of spearmen, I notice the light cav. So I'm going to want to shut them down because they're going to be able to get into the backfield and break up my eagle claw bolt throwers. But I do bring my spearmen back as well. I did have a unit of spearmen deployed back here to kind of protect them. But I wasn't really seeing anything, so I did decide to pull them back. Lich Priest is super low, so I'm going to go in for a charge here on them, see if I can't take him out right away. Peclis misses his first attack, which is super unfortunate, and now he's taking friendly fire to the back from the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. My opponent is able to shatter, or break rather, one of my units of archers. And the Lich Priest is crumbling away, so I'm pretty sure I can get the heck out of here now and just get to safety. Looks like we do actually try to take one last little cheap shot on the way out. I am going to get Peclis back up into the air. I do need to disengage my cav over here though, because they're just fighting halberds. We do actually crumble away one of the units of cav though, which is really good stuff. Will definitely help keep my Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers healthier for longer. This one does slip away though, which is kind of unfortunate. I do see the Ushabti summon coming in, so I do try to move my archers back up to the front line. And since I don't have this Spearman unit doing much, I can probably move them back, but I'm just going to use the Silver Helms to try to muck up their engagement here. I do drop Peclis in here to try to break up the skeletal horseman units here. And yeah, I'm getting the White Lions here into the back to try to shut down this Bone Giant, because he's been doing absolute work. Only 11 kills, but I'm sure he's got a ton of damage right now. Let's see if we can get that shown. Yeah, only 600 damage, but or 600 damage value rather. And the Silver Helms are able to defeat the Ushabti and keep our archers nice and safe. I do need to keep them moving though, because the Ushabti are still landing hits on them. So yeah, just dropping some spells. Flock of Doom there, it looks like. Doing a little bit of damage to some of the clumped up units here. And I do have my Noble in kind of a bad spot, considering that he's mounted. But I was trying to shut down this Casket of Souls, which is still able to fire while we're right on top of it, which is super unfortunate. But yeah, I'm starting to realize I really need to get Peclis in here and start getting his hands dirty, as the balance of power is just slipping away. So yeah, I'm going to square up these Spearmen here to take this engagement with these Skeletal Spearmen. And keep my Silver Helms charging around. Those Spearmen weren't braced, so we take a nice charge into them. Hopefully we're able to shatter them out. These archers do come back, but with only 11 models, they're really not going to be that useful. But it's better than nothing, so we'll take it. We'll bring them back. My Noble does route here. Hopefully we're able to get him back in action. And my opponent does end up slipping away with those cav units and getting onto my Eagle Claws. So definitely something I need to get better at is protecting these Eagle Claw bolt throwers. Although this one's almost out of ammo, so it's really not the end of the world that he's on top of it. And I must make that calculated decision because I'm pulling Peclis away. Silver Helms, oh, we're juking the shots. That one misses, luckily. And here comes the wet noodle fight of wet noodle fights. Okay, so about, let's see, 5:25 these two engage each other. Let's see how long that fight takes. Hopefully I remember to check back. My Noble does come back and I engage Kalita right away. Drop an enfeebling foe, but unfortunately my Noble routes before Peclis can get there. But now we're going to look to engage Kalita here. While she's enfeebled, we should definitely have no trouble messing her up. But Tomb Strike does go down. Doesn't look like it's enough really though to give her an advantage. Just kind of brings her back to normal state. And the Pure Main Company comes back, which is going to be really helpful in this engagement. So I'm trying to get them over here. But with them wavering, they'll probably just break right away. So I do net the Spearman here, and for some reason Peclis turns around and attacks him. But with everyone netted here, I really should be focusing Kalita, or at least getting up in the air and maybe looking for another charge. So let's see, about a minute later, and they've barely done 1,000 damage to each other. So that's gonna keep going. It looks like Pure Main Company does show up though, so now they're giving that Guardian to Peclis. But I do need to pull him out of there because he's taking a licking. So just because of this Spearman support, we do get a nice charge here into the front of Kalita and into these unbraced Spearmen. So now I take another charge with Peclis, who misses yet again. Just really not reliable melee attack, although it is only 46. So. Ooh, the Bone Giant's still up. Takes a shot in. Looks like he takes out probably a unit of, or at least a model rather, of Silver Helms. Taking Peclis up, getting him back up into the air because that engagement kind of went south pretty quick. And now I'm just looking to go shut down that Bone Giant, hopefully. The cav units are back and being absolute menaces in my backfield. Really great charge from my opponent there. These archers are almost certainly going to shatter. Drop another Flock of Doom on the blob. And now that Kindle Flame's down, I should be able to hopefully wreck this Bone Giant. But there goes Kindle Flame. But I do got a nice unit of White Lions here, charging into the back of the Bone Giant. So we should be able to drag it down now that he's crumbling. Peclis going fisticuffs with this giant. The bow's bigger than Peclis. But since he's crumbling away, we do look to get away, which is kind of unfortunate because he does take a pock shot on us on the back, which is essentially a free hit. But with the Tomb Guards and everything closing in, we do need to get Peclis out of there. So now, balance of power is still really bad for us, so we're hopefully going to look to get a charge onto Kalita here. See if we can't break her, but Peclis misses yet again. The bird is not the word this game. So yeah, we're just going to get Peclis back up into the air. A nice hammer into the back of these skeletal spearmen. And they're going to crumble away, and we're going to hopefully slip our silver helms out, but they actually get terrified by Kalita, it looks like, because of the Tomb Strike. And so 3 minutes have passed now, and these two are still fighting. About 2,000 damage dealt to the Tomb Guard Halberds, and probably about 3,000 or so done to the Spearmen, so that fight's still going on. Kalita is super low though now. We've dropped the Enfeebling Foe. With between that and Kindle Flame, we're doing some pretty solid damage to her. So hopefully we're able to get her to crumble away here. But Peclis is starting to get surrounded again, so I really need to get him back up into the air. And Kalita, with her poison, is kind of slowing down Peclis as well. Spearmen and Halberds are still going fisticuffs up there. Kalita, however, leadership, 2 leadership left, just barely at that mark of crumbling. If we could get another charge on her, perhaps we could break her. And that's literally the key to winning this game at this point, since I have nothing left on the field. Actually, the Pyramid looks like they came back, but I doubt they're going to hold long enough. However, I do notice that, so I think I am going to swing Peclis over here and hopefully get the Pyramid Company. Yeah, this is our rally point here. Having a hard time getting up in the air, though, with these horsemen on my back. Kalita crumbles away, though, which is a huge boon for us, and maybe that's the reason why these Spearmen decided to rally. They see the possibility of victory. So Peclis just turns around and starts fighting the Skeletal Horsemen, now that the Pyramid Company has arrived, giving him that Guardian. We do miss the charge, though, so we kind of just need to regroup. Trying to reconnect with these Spearmen as well, just kind of get all of our forces consolidated. Pretty sure I don't have any winds of magic left here. So we're popping a potion of Chiroi, getting that healing going. And yeah, it's probably our last one, so we're just kind of looking to see what we can do here. Although, you know, the 5-minute fight here is still going strong. Looks like the Spearmen do end up losing in the end, probably just due to exhaustion, and they end up breaking. So now it's just Peclis and the boys, and by the boys I mean no one, and down goes Peclis. So really great game to my opponent. Shout out to Deathstalker there. Really, really fun stuff. Great work getting into my backline, and this artillery duel definitely went in the favor of my opponent. We did try to close that gap, but we were not able to shut down their artillery effectively, and that was really what cost us this game. And Kalita the Beast, between her poison and all the damage she was dishing out, 3,000 damage value, really good stuff. Only 2,000 on Peclis, 400 on the Noble, super low performance from the Noble. The Spearmen did pretty decent. This must have been the Spearmen unit that was fighting those Halberds with 6,000 damage being dished out. 1,300 on these White Lions, though, so they did pretty good. 500 on those ones, not great, and the Pyramid Company did not end up paying for themselves either. Although, of course, bringing an elite unit like that and having artillery on the field, they're definitely going to be targeting them out, so that's probably to be expected. The archers did not pay for themselves either, so lots of miss micro and just poor unit management, and my inability to shut down that artillery just really cost us the game there. So, but yeah, really good game to my opponent. Thank you guys so much for checking out the content. I gave all my shout outs in the beginning, so I won't drag on too much here at the end, but yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.